Hallo, hallo? Anybody here? Hello, Sega Chao Zhu. You can hear me? Nice. Hello, Rigwelma. You didn't want the RLs? Fair enough. Trust me, you don't want it. Hello, Zamaros. Oh, Sage Chao Zhu, that's what your name is. Did I call you something else the first time? Is this Chao Zhu from Dragon Ball? He said Sage. Right, we were working on this part here. Just like Dragon Ball Z. You know, people keep saying that Chaozu and Goku never talked in the anime, but I watched the German dub, and they got so close to talking. They were in the same scene, standing next to each other, and they almost talked to each other, but not quite. You never really... Wait, what? You're a Dragon Ball fan and you've never heard of that? I guess it just goes to show the bubbles that exist in the internet. I have spent quite a bit of time just rewatching the German dub of Dragon Ball, but I haven't finished yet. And I haven't really watched an episode in 2 or 3 weeks, or maybe even longer, but I should watch another one soon. Hello, baby Broshi. See, okay, I'm the Dragon Ball community's worst enemy, because I think all the power scaling the community does is bullshit. I think it's nonsense. The numbers they give, nonsense. They have like Frieza like 130 million. Fuck that. I think Frieza at the end, he was like 1 million. I did not, Judy. So this is supposed to be where the roots of the super happy tree are. In the heart of the island, a crystal-shaped egg between the roots. Spell changes after the second Bowser course, or maybe around 60 stars. Bowser's drill suddenly becomes invisible through the wall, and more particles appear as it turns faster. What about Spock giving probabilities? I'm unfamiliar with this one. That's a different kind of thing that I know about. I have never watched Star Trek. I've not watched a single episode of Star Trek. Can you believe it? Yo, Marty, welcome. Hello, Timmy. Meadow or something. Or like Wario, maybe. Maybe Wario would be a good name for Mario's rival. Hello, I'm a Nintendo employer. You are a Nintendo employer? You're employing the whole company? Your project is cancelled. No. Okay, I have something that's either the best thing ever or the worst thing ever to show you guys, and it's related to my analog 3D review, and I don't know if I should put this into the video yet. I don't know if I want to show this to you guys. Maybe we'll do it like a sub incentive. 10 subs and I'll show it. That's what we'll do. Kirk would like inquire into the chance survival, and Spock, without any relevant data, would say like 0.3, 0.7% chance of survival, Captain. Oh, I see. Put the bar up so people know. There's a bar? I figured out the fences you need, and you will use free designs for variety. Nice. Let me think. Where have we used roots? I think we used some roots in course Holodome Bubbledome. Oh no, we need 10 subs or $25 donated to reveal this. That's what we'll do. It's related to my analog 3D review. That's true. I don't know how to put up a bar like that though, and if I touch OBS it might crash. Actually, you know what? Let's risk it. How do I put this? Oh, nice, it works. Okay. Go. Or well, stop. 10 to 4 into the reveal. 0 out of 10. God. How's that? I'm the best streamer on the planet. Nice cinema storms. Where are all my combiners? May I see them, please? Okay, well, I guess we're not getting any textures today. That's cool. Song is a banger, what is it called? Pumpkin Hill Instrumental. Wait, shit, 1 second. Give me 1 minute before I fuck up thing. I was doing a water change on my fish tank, and I just realized I let the water run, and it was going to flood my entire house. I need some roots coming through here. I really want you to unwrap a blender gift on Xmas, at least a solid master. Oh, that would be cool. Having it done by Christmas would be awesome. Send it to me by Christmas, then we can import the level on Christmas Day or something. Actually, I don't think I can stream on Christmas Day. But maybe on the aftermath of Christmas Day we can stream it. I get 2 weeks off after Christmas, so expect a Christmas present from me as well in the shape of a bunch of streams. Probably not every day, because I do have a family. A lot more than usual. Are you gonna make a collision map as well, Marty? I was not expecting you to do that. I will say, I don't really think a collision map is an artist's job. And especially for RTYI, the collision is a little different. If you look... So RTYI has special collision where you can define a bunch of stuff. You can define the sound the collision makes, you can define the particles, you can define like camera settings, you can define properties like whether it's climbable, whether it's slippery, and then there's just the type. Hello, Tanis Uvo Fovo Fovo Bovo. That's such a furry name. Hello, JJ. Fucking JJ902, I can't believe it. The legend himself. Biggest Romex so far? How do you count bigness? How do you measure it? Meow? Bro, my daughter has been really into meows recently. Whenever she sees a cat, she goes meow, meow, meow. Meow every day, me too. There's a worm in my brain and keeps pressing the meow button. No paternity test needed, true. How are you doing today? Pretty well. I made a really funny thing for the analog 3D review. And I want to reveal it, but I also don't want to reveal it. And I want to put it in the video, but I also don't want to put it in the video. I made a lot of progress on course 12. You guys haven't seen course 12 in a while. Let me just show you what's new. Wait, let's do that again. So first of all, we got a temporary course icon now. You see this? A train, canyon, high noon, in front of a cowboy hat. That is actually the outline is colored like the sky here. We got some changes here. Mainly, this level is a lot smaller now. I don't know if you guys remember me making this level, but there was like a whole section here with like a train station and stuff. That's all gone. Instead, there's some verticality here, and the shortcut over to the dairy bar. This is still here. We got, this is a different type of transition now. There's this guy complaining about smugglers. Them cowfolks ain't no good. They're cow smugglers running wild. Till we rob 'em in, ain't nobody leaving town. Right, so I need to be on Act not 1 to get through here. You can actually get past the toad on Act 1 as well. Need to be a little smart about it. You go this way. Leave the town whenever you want. Yeah, like this. And then here's the outskirts. It's much smaller and cozier than it was before. So before it was giant and there were pipes you could go in and they would carry you around. Now it's actually small. And there's this guy talking about treasure. Wait, I didn't know this is how it worked. That's funny. Cool. Like line of dialogue is sliding and they later first. You might be correct. I did recently change a lot about dialogue. So this section is a lot smaller now. Those are the main changes. I really like this section now. It's actually fun to move around now. Oh yeah, the thumbnail text does so much. You like that I jump behind the text? It's 100% unintentional. But I don't know if I should keep it or not. I honestly hadn't thought at all about how they attack before. Holy shit, it just got really cold here. Did I leave the door to the outside open? Ooh, that's very good to hear, Bioback. Don't worry, even if it performs poorly, I'm sure I can fix it. Okay, wait, I think someone left the door outside open. Sorry, I have to go fix this real quick. This sucks. And maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Bro, unban me, I was joking. Why would I dox? Also, I'm not a transphobe. What? If we do a forced overdraw, the housing section no longer has triple forced overdraw. Okay, that's going to help performance a lot. I don't think the try count is an issue in the level. I think it was all overdraw. So I think you're good. Yo, we got a subscriber. Thank you for the sub. I couldn't read that text. I think I fucked that up. I'm sorry. I fixed the sub alert, but thank you for the sub. I will update the text to reflect that you subscribed, because I'm a good streamer. Hello, Sam Memory. It was you? You was the sub? Oh. Eating blankets for devs. True. When am I getting my programmer socks? They keep you warm. Have you stopped doing Water Wednesdays? Yes. So I posted on Twitter a lot. I gathered 5 million views, and Twitter paid me $23. So I deemed it not economically viable to be a Twitter user. That was literally my only motivation for posting on Twitter. The leg end of Zena? Who's that bozo? Zena, why is it suddenly so cold in my house? I'm freezing. Did you do something? Did you open all the windows upstairs or something? Hello, Zombizzle. You need to teach me how that weird scrolling slash end container works so I can rework it. Are you talking about the material on the housing section? No, Zane, I think the windows are all open. That's what it feels like. This one. Okay, that one's extremely complicated. Basically, there is like a grayscale channel that's like all the brightness, and then there's the alpha channel, and the alpha channel has like the dimples for the light, where the light won't be reflected. So if you look at the combiner with that knowledge in mind, maybe you can figure out exactly how the math works out. It's very unintuitive, I would say. Yeah, but the heating is on, and it's super cold. I hear the heating being on. There has to be a window open somewhere. But it was basically invisible on the A-sprite. It's because it's like 2% opacity. Yeah. Window still open? I don't know, I didn't open it. Yes, you did. What? Discord link? Is my Discord hard to find? I honestly don't know where you can find my Discord link. What do you mean, what do I mean? You're saying I'm cold and I don't understand why it's cold in the house. It's usually not cold like this. Very simple. It's on the profile? Ah, okay. There you go. That's where you can find it. This is actually very concerning because it's not loading my materials. Bioback, do you have the same issue with some of my levels? Does it work if I switch to EV? My office door is closed. There's so much pumpkin hill you can take. Alright, fine. We've had 20 minutes of pumpkin hill. I think that's enough. Ah, it's plus 64 render, that's fucked up. Okay, no, there are windows on the house that are open. Guys, I'm going to go on a wild goose chase for a second. I'll be back in a minute. I am so confused. There are no open windows. I'm just crazy. The 300 rooms in his villa. I wish I was rich, man. You ever thought about what you would do if you could go back, like, to being in 5th grade for a single day? I would just buy Bitcoin. Mm. Any OST wishes then, since we can't listen to Pumpkin Hill for the next 2 hours? What, a Mario World OST? Sure. I did not tell them about the Bitcoin miner parts that we found. But Zaina did find like a bunch of Bitcoin mining equipment on the street and just took it home. And now we have to sell it. It's like RAM and GPU mounts and the CPU. You would buy games that became much harder to obtain nowadays. That's fair. Yo, 0 Volt! Oh, what a Mario World. Oh, I see. I thought you just wanted to say what about Mario World OST but fucked it up or something. Is that somehow always has good stuff on the side of the road? Wait, was it that place again? Was it the same place we got the tank from? Yes? Okay, wow, okay, that's actually insane. We got like 3 different parts from these people, right? So there's one place here that always just has cool stuff they're throwing away, I guess. We should put up a camera there and then like check it once a day to see if they threw away anything else that's great. Really goes far. No, they're throwing it away though. They're just putting it on the curb. Or you mean installing the camera is illegal? Yeah, that's probably true. Actually, no. Ah, typical biobag material with the trim color here that doesn't do anything. I think that's just what the Fast64 preset looks like, and that's why this happens. Zero Volt has been importing a lot of songs recently. Let me show you this one. This is one of the coolest things ever. You hear the pause menu sound being used? You hear the steps of Metal Mario being used in this? Well, the problem is that every time we use trim color like that, we lose like 0.05 microseconds. So we don't really want that. But that's not even the best part of the song yet. Oops. We can shortcut. We don't need to wait for shit. What? Oh no! The collision is the wrong way around. I didn't know that. That's an issue. Oh my god, I did it again. That was stupid. Okay, I'll just cheat. Okay, but now it's the coolest part of the song. This part here. You hear the alarm? How cool is that, man? It's just part of the song. And then when you shoot away, the alarm is gone again. That's the coolest thing ever now. Wait. When the factory tech themed dungeon uses the sound of a hammer hitting an anvil as its rhythm. Gears of the implementation. Oh, it's pretty simple. I can actually show you right here. We just define a box. We copy the camera to, we copy the position of the box to the camera, and then we clamp to the box's bounce. And then we just get the distance to the camera and fit the volume appropriately. People are contributing to the project so far. What do you count as contributing? Because like sometimes someone will write like a chat message and I'm like, yep, sounds good. Does that count as a contributor? Because then it's probably in the hundreds of thousands. If user bob-ombs look lit when they start chasing Mario, must be colored orange or glow if somehow possible. Definitely possible. Yeah, I need the texture to use for the roots. Honestly, this has potential. Okay, but make graphics, sounds, code optimizations. So sounds is basically all Badoop and 0V. There's also a song made by Soren, which is the song at the end for the 8-bit section. Very cool song. Optimizations. I mean, there were a lot of people that contributed ideas to optimizations. Sometimes even YouTube commenters. There were Basana made some of them. It's a little tough to answer. Contributed to that, really. There was some of AgLab stuff that I used. There's a lot of stuff from the homebrew community I use. Of course, Sauron also added a huge deal of optimization with F3DX3. So, show zero what the daisies? Oh! The daisies. Sure, I can do that. And then assets is mostly me and Bioback. Xena's making some as well. This is also a level that interacts with the music a fair bit. Oh yeah, this level was mostly made by Aza. As in, like, the assets were made by Aza, and they kind of put them together in, like, a level that works.
La 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 la.
And of course, Xena is doing most of the animations for NPCs, and Pixel Polaro is also helping with those. He did most of the Mario animations, and I think he also did some NPCs. Why has no one told Trump about the invisible wall bug? There's probably a joke here that made sense in your mind. Yeah, Zaina helped me with the music. So I don't know notes, so I'm just sitting there like, oh, does this sound like a 42 to you or like a 41? See, I have a program that lets me compose on Mario 64, like inside Mario 64. Just code that lets me do that. So we use that to compose. You don't speak in actual music terms either. Don't fool yourself. You don't know music terms better than me. Could use a piano keyboard. Yeah, that doesn't help me. You can hear notes better than me, but that doesn't mean you know the music words better than me. Those are completely different things. I'll let you know, I got like peak grades in music class. Been banned for 5 years, so... What about it? So you can't play music. Doesn't really have anything to do with knowing music terms, right? Jesus Jewish. What? What is in Mario 64 every level has invisible copy of itself and out of bounds area? They're not really copies, it's just that Mario's locations are mapped to the same area. So they act like copies, but really it's Mario that's looping around. Well, okay, I don't know what kind of music class you went to. German high school is very different from like American one. But in the music class we had, it was like about reading notes, basically. So, and like knowing music terms. So it's not like you had to have any musical talent to get good grades in music class. You just needed to have theoretical knowledge a little bit. And obviously I'd be good at theoretical stuff. The root of all evil here? No, this is the root of the super happy tree. This is the root of all happy. The opposite of that. And we're gonna put the heart of the island in here, which is going to be a crystal Yoshi egg. You still use Photoshop? Nope. Reminder, we have a sub goal incentive, 10 subs, and I will reveal. Yeah. Maybe I should remind people. I kind of don't want to reveal it. I need to grab a Yoshi egg from a different level. Made a lot of mods for Max Unity, don't feel ashamed for some of them. The implication of that. Yeah, you made a lot of really stupid garbage, didn't you, guys? Is that what you're asking? We had to read notes sometimes, but that was not the main thing. Well, I think it depends on the kind of school you go to. In Germany, there's 3 different types of schools. There's like, how do you say this in a politically correct manner? There is a school for people that are most likely to get into manual labor. And then there is a school for people of all kinds of walks of life. And then there's the school for the children that have an easy time at school. And I was at the last one, and there you would do more theoretical stuff. You also went to gymnasium, no idea what that is in English. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Wait, so what did you do in music class, if not theoretical stuff? Were you just like singing songs? That sounds goofy as hell. Professional to aim for physical jobs as soon as possible, and general for the rest. Oh, that's completely different. What's that in gymnasium? That's basically in Germany there's those three types of school, and when they notice, hey, this kid is kind of smart, then they send you to that school, which is like around a third of the population goes there. So it's not like anything super special to go there. You were in band like me. Stia was playing the music itself, and we had to learn music theory. That's surprising that you learn music theory in band. But you just learn to play the instrument. Okay, I want this to look like a crystal. And I would like this to look like red to pink. So what if we do something like primitive color plus texture 0 color. Texture 0 color multiplied by 1. Or maybe even texture 0 multiplied by primitive color alpha. Just to get a little bit more detail here. Env map plus Fresnel. Right, Fresnel. We need that too. Actually never really used it before. Let's learn to set it up today. So, Fresnel to alpha, is that what this is? Do you need fog turned on for that? Oh, like that. Okay. So this goes into shade color alpha. So I guess we also want to lerp to pink on the edges. Kinda like so, but then primitive alpha is, or well, we'll just turn this down a little bit. Like so. I'm not sure about Fresnel here. Maybe like so. The only sports game I ever played seriously was Mario Strikers Charged Football. It's wide towards the edges, play with it, sound sources. Is that not what you want? Or would you want it? so. Honestly, Shade's move just looks so much nicer. Well, like Pro and Smooth Shade, that's... I think for now it might just not look good with flat shading. Maybe actually Kaiju, true. Yeah, I'm not sold on Fresnel. I think I prefer it without. If you want to try to improve this and add Fresnel, you're free to do so, but I think this is what I want for now. Let's check if the level is enterable as it should be. Bro, I can't believe my subscriber bait isn't working. What? I thought by now we'd have hit it. I guess you guys really don't want to see it. That's too bad. Oh, that looks cool, Biobag. That looks awesome. I will show it on stream real quick. Soon as VLC opens up. What the fuck? How did that close? There we go. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you use like the alpha channel to decide how much of the prim color it adds? Can you force change to perspective change with in-game values or allow it to make it shimmer even more than still? Yes. We can try that real quick actually. Fuck it, let's make that part of this right away, why not? Yeah, that does look awesome. Gonna export any second now. And you also have a PC port of your current in development project. Where are you getting this from? Who's saying these things? Someone must have trolled you. I have nothing to do with the PC port. There might be a static recompilation, which is kind of like a PC port. But I have not started development on that. And that would just be a thing Wiseguy does. It's not like a thing that's in active development ever. Am I stupid? While we're here, let's make sure that this wall works. It works. Awesome. So with this, once the egg works, we're basically done with part 6 already. Didn't even take an hour of one stream. Told you the voice in yet? Oh, fair enough. I've dreamt it. Can you imagine a society where I've dreamt it is like a valid piece of evidence? Here's make this playthrough open. You should ask the Mupen developers if they can eventually make my hack playable. I think RetroArch works on N64 emulators on Android though, so why not just use that? That is the heart of the island. And it's not scrolling like I thought it should. Cool. I don't know why it's not scrolling. Meme review? One of Riono's memes? Meme review for Riono? Oh, he sent this to me before he posted it. I know this one, but we'll review it anyway.
What the hell are you talking about? You added nothing to the conversation. Get in the crystal. Sorry, buddy, get in the crystal.
The watermark.
You're gonna be in the crystal for a minute. It's gonna feel like 1 week. It's only 1 week, man. Some of the people are in the crystal for like a century, okay? You're going in, the minute is gonna feel like a week. So you have some time to think about what you've done, and then you're gonna come out of the crystal.
It's really good. Imagine when we all agreed upon one N64 emulator on the start. Yeah, that would be awesome. And then Analog comes around and releases a new one. Was that a hack? No, that's just part of Ocarina of Time. If you want to unlock that, you need to, you know when you get the light arrows? If instead of a normal arrow, you shoot an ice arrow, you get that cutscene at the end. Okay, this part changes after the second Bowser core, so maybe around 60 stars. Bowser's drill slowly becomes more visible through the wall, and more particles, and it turns faster. Okay, I don't want to do that one yet, but basically there's going to be Bowser's vehicle here. I think there will be speedruns of this game, but not as many as in the original. Part 7 is Lighthouse. We did the Lighthouse already, right? Let me just clarify. If there's anything we need to do left. Okay, it's looking rough. But it is here, technically. I don't know if it makes any sense for me to spend any time polishing this up, given that Biobag is probably going to be like, yeah, this all sucks anyway. That's gonna look so cool at the end. just save the game. I'm gonna save that the level is unlocked. Env color and my weird env material? That was illegal. Where do you see env color? There's no env color. Definitely wall thing. Oh, it was required. And yes, there is some extra work in making it work, but it is technically possible. But it should definitely be avoided if possible. Are you going to destroy your project? Well, like all my other remakes, where I just make a patch. Part 8, Broken Castles. Yes, I have an analog 3D, and I finished my review of it. And if we get 10 subs, you guys can get an early sneak peek of my review of the analog 3D in the shape of something funny. That I'm not sure I'm gonna put in the video yet. I have the white one. The incentive was never at free. Big N is watching me. Yeah, they're fanarts of my channel, I think. Can I admit how it goes? Pretty well. I'm making good progress still. How many quests are left to be reworked? Are you just polishing the overworld at this point? Well, the reworking stuff happens in parallel, and Biobug is doing it. And you can look at the milestone tracker here. Any second now. As soon as it loads. Oh no, my computer's going to crash, isn't it? Was this a mistake? Yeah, this guy's music, it was trending for a bit. I have no idea what you're talking about. Save. I always do, don't worry. Why would it crash? I don't know, ask fucking Bill Gates. Yep, it's definitely below freezing. My pond outside is all frozen over. Well, there ought to be a milestone tracker, but evidently fucking not. And now this is... everything's fucked. No, I'm not planning anything. I'll release it when it's done, and you need to leave me alone. Music instance. What a Mario World. What's happening? I'm being badged up by questions from chat while I'm working on my ROM hack. I think there might be a level issue with Core 7 where it crashes currently. Yes, I will release it when it's ready, and you cannot change that fact. Sorry, I'm not pissed at you specifically, I'm just annoyed at getting the same question over and over. Do you have the link to the tracker? No idea, but it is on the Case Clips channel description. I feel like I've heard this song on a ROM hack before. Pretty fucked up for some reason. The frame rate sometimes starts at 10 to 15 until you click on the taskbar and there's nothing in the graphics. Sounds about right. Couldn't have imagined that Chlorobite of all people would comment on your latest main video about optimization bugs, knowing all the crazy videos down for and some nice communities. Using my days a second B3 run drama that happened like 2 months ago. Chlorobite? Okay, wait. He's active in niche dramas, but also he somehow caused something related to B333 drama to happen. Is he part of the B333 community, or did he just play 3313 and then people got upset at it or something? Is he like actually famous, or is he just beta kid famous, you know what I mean? It is so funny how much B33313 drama has. It's just so fitting. It's like for years everyone's like, yeah, only little small children care about the beta recreation. And then as soon as there is like beta content, it's all just small children having beef with each other. Since your programming experience used for modern game development? Yes. I mean, pretty much every skill you can learn is kind of useful for every other skill you can learn if you think about it. You could ask me, was your Super Smash Bros. Melee experience useful for your programming experience? And I would have to say yes. The guy who modeled Purple Castles who are room 7 and 8 from before, how do you not know them? The guy who modeled Purple Castle Sewer Room 7 and 8? No! How could I forget about him? I swear, I could have named you. I could have told you who did Purple Castle Sewer Rooms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9, but 7 and 8? I forgot about them. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst B333 from you ever seen. Missing warp? Oh. Couldn't they not have picked like a better name for B3313 when that's shorter? I don't want to say this all over. It's like such a long word. It sucks to say. You know, like Oily Boily Bay is super fun to say. They need that. Pronounce it BE? BE! That makes sense, honestly. Yeah, it's lead speak for BE. Probably somehow, Kevin. Even the community sent an asterisk somehow managed to get an annoying drama when ending to remove beta content. Can say B. No, BE is better. BE. It might piss some people off as well, which is kind of a bonus point.
Let's go.
Right.
Mamma mia.
Okay, the one works. We should probably have a safe block somewhere here. And this needs to be like a locked door. I don't know what I was thinking, making it look like that. The 9th bit is not up Scion. I don't know where you're getting this from. The camera angle was indeed weird. Luckily, you can just control the camera angle with B-Pan1. You cannot bounce on the fish now. I think it's about a point where reworked engine is able for people to use and it starts trend of porting the Lumar expansion to every console with a homebrew port. That would be cool. What's the A3D meme reveal? Well, you have to gift 9 subs to find out, honestly. There's nothing else you can do, because I'm not telling anyone. Let me just put a big fat metal door here. What's up, chat? Hello, Boofna. Fun fact, the 9th bit on the analog 3D does not work correctly. So if you try to use the 9th bit on the CPU on the analog 3D, it's just going to not do anything. I used a Retro Blaster Cream Teamer. You said programming anything for the first time. Did you learn from school to tutor or online somewhere how it works, how to do it? The first time I programmed was in math class on my calculator. It like had the TI-84 basic language on it, and you could just start programming. And eventually my math teacher told me how to do it properly. And like he showed me a few tricks. Yeah, writing or reading there does not work. Or, well, one of the two doesn't work. That means that there's 8 million bits that the CPU can't view. Use this temporarily. Extractor for a major update on the unofficial continuation of BE that occurred when the initial drama started with Chris and the dev team split up. I'll be honest, I give so little of a fuck that whatever you just said, I have already deleted it from my brain. Information for you, good sir, I was scaling the spinner distance to organ 60 FPF in Twilight Princess, then ended up scaling it this way since distance calculation is an int. Right, move time S16 of DA link, get link actor class, get spinner, right, move time divided by delta time plus 0.5f. What? What the fuck are you trying to achieve? What was this originally? Remember us on the analog 3D? I got through the first level, then it crashed. Oh, well, that's probably not the analog's fault. The early ROMX were not necessarily N64 compatible. Plus impact on a real N64 would be no issue, but I mean, Zayna, if you want to pay me to do it, that will be 120,000 US dollars actually. Actually, maybe like 150k is more fair. The people who are working on a project as a hobby, not getting paid, are tolerating that shit. True. I have no idea what you're talking about, but true. And then he makes the correct 9th-bit behavior. I assume more known ones don't bother. I think maybe if you're lucky, Aris does it, but I'm not sure. But this seems like very easy to emulate behavior. So I'm sure they could just add it to Aris. At 80k, so you can make the models better. Yeah, 200k, last impact on the N64, decent frame rate with biobacks and visuals. Honestly, that would be a great project. Are we allowed to fix the design too, or do you just want the game as is? It is without the 0.5, it doesn't go quite as far as it does. You haven't even shown me what the base code is! What the fuck? So it was originally set to get spinner right move time, no dividing by delta time. No divided by delta time? So like, it was just 60 times as fast? What are you doing? Why would you just multiply it by 60? What's your favorite milkshake flavor? Chocolate. You can't just like find a bug and then do random shit to it until the bug disappears. Like that's how you get more bugs. then we don't understand why you have all these bugs. It's not a team port this game to PS2 while my mobile kind of bad. Your PC is probably HD that corrupts every type of OS, seriously. Oh. I mean, if you had showed me a before and after, this probably would have been easier. But if the before didn't even have delta time, you're just multiplying by 60, are you not? Right move time. You get spinner right move time. Okay, well then yeah, there's not enough information to properly scale this. There's probably a lot of other stuff that this right move time is used for, where you should be correcting for the frame rate. Nice auto deduct. Didn't think it'd be so easy. Eh. A watch for Romex would be sick. They have that. I think they have the Romeg Awards. Yeah, moving that sounds like you should fix that. But you can't just do random things. You have to do things that actually make sense. You have to look at the code and analyze why it's going wrong and then figure it out from there. If the delta time macro just scales by 2, then maybe that makes sense. Maybe it's not just the right time, maybe that's the right time in the amount of frames. And then maybe that makes sense if the frame counter is like a separate thing, but I wouldn't know these things because I don't know the code base. So progress sheet, it is in the channel about me section. If you do an update for Sonic Robo Blast 32X, it's very impressive in model performance and its floors over floors. I don't think more content is necessarily better. I played the original Sonic Robo Blast up until this shitty fucking Eggman level, and it was pretty fun, but I think that was enough. Has the update removed the Knights levels? I hated the Knights levels, I just kinda kept flying in a circle until it was over because I didn't want to be in them. When we use Blender over the 3D model, something like Maya, it works. That's like the main reason.
Let's go. Mamma mia! Yahoo! Woo! 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 Yeah! Yahoo! Woo! Wah! Yeah! Yeah! Wah! Yeah!
Honestly, this jump is a little too awkward for a cab level. Wait, why do I die if I leave the level? Why do I die if I leave? We're 7, I shouldn't be dying. Did I miss these swaps up? I must have. I should look at the course and see what I actually wrote down here. Hello, spin draw. I can't listen to this anymore, oh my god. Any OST wishes? That is not the song over and over again. It's going well. Paper Mario TDYD, let's do it. Oh, what the fuck? I actually have them twisted around. Hello, Clayman. Hello, Maradona. Here's some games I play in my free time. Honestly, all kinds. I like to play games that I haven't played before. Make new experiences. Widen my horizon. Experience culture. What's my game of the year? What is the best game I've played this year? What games have I played this year? I played Hitman Blood Money. I played Pokemon Stadium. I played GTA San Andreas. That's the worst game of the year for me. What else? Shit. I think I played Party House in UFO 50. Party House is pretty high up. I have not played Donkey Kong Bonanza. You had a blast with San Andreas? Really? The game is complete ass for me. It's like so tedious just driving around and stuff. I imagine the game is fun if you're not trying to make any progress, but if you're actually trying to like play the game, it's horrendous. What other games have I played this year? Not very many. Now, I thought not choosing Blend outside work environment. I've been introduced to 3D modeling work through YouTube. There is a Blender and a PC, and my on PC got a lot. But hiring for playtesters for your games, I'm happy to help. Also, I can't wait for your next game and maybe your most of Star Road. I am always looking for playtesters. I'm not hiring in the sense that I'm paying anyone though. But yes, I am looking for playtesters. The remaster of Star Wars is still possible someday in the future, but I will not guarantee anything. Can you even give a list of everything you've done each day of the year and a list of all things you've watched and played? Amateur. Do you? You can't kick bob-bombs anymore, that's a bit of an issue. Well, the problem with RTYI playtest is that obviously I do not want any risk of it being leaked, so I try to only pick people as playtesters that I have known for a longer time. Tell you everything I've eaten on any day of the year, what I've done, and how many times I took a shower. You can't just make that up, there's no way for me to verify that. Or do you actually, like, is this genuine or do you actually just make shit up? Like, because that's impressive if it's real. What the playtest has been doing, trying to clip it in the backgrounds, so that sounds annoying. No, right now the playtest I'm looking for is all just for gameplay testing and making sure the game's fun. Jenny actually do this? That's crazy. I imagine that has some benefits though. Like, for purposes of like recalling, to like remember what you did during the day and to like draw conclusions about yourself based on that and about what you want to do in your life. Very big autism energy though. But I feel like you knew that going into this conversation. Okay, so we want the Thwomp here, and he's going to be blocking your path.
Let's go.
Known you forever, you just don't know me? Yeah. It is kinda weird to think about how many people actually know me. I took 331 showers this year and watched 27 movies and ate noodles 59 times. 331 showers this year. That's 19 days left in the year. This adds to 350. That means there's at least 15 days. More if you shower twice in at least one day. At least 15 days you didn't shower. I have not played Pseudo Regalia. I like to play games with two hands. That looks more like a one-handed game, you know what I mean? I use Windows 11. The radio GTA is very funny. I should think of a way to make this jump easier. So, you have to get in here to find the cat level. And it's kind of nice that this is like a secret, but also the jump just feels too weird. I'd like it if you could jump into here without this feeling so weird of a jump. Also, there should be smoke coming out of here. Neat. 10 shows so far this year. Nice. Good job. Could add a movable floor, Half-Life style. Made the roof a little higher. How does it fix it? We have to explode something to tease the cap level. That kinda works. And there's bombs all around, but they don't respawn anymore. I don't care that GTA pushes the console. The game is dog shit. You just drive somewhere, and then there's a bullshit mission with one of your stupid NPCs that follows you. He fucking dies, and then it's like the mission failed. Drive back to where the mission starts for 5 minutes, and then drive back to where the mission is for 5 minutes, and guess what? The fucking idiot that came with you, now he dies 10 seconds later. Good luck, do it again. Drive back for 5 minutes. Oh wait, my hour is over, and I need to save the game, so I'm gonna drive to my house for another 10 minutes to save the fucking game. No thank you. Range when the bomb guys attack wide in Mark 64? It might be. It looks wider, yeah. That's pretty cool, you're a boy. Well, you can't really measure bigness that easily, %. But based on vibes, I would say 2 to 4 times. Somewhere in that range. You could jump across from the placed box. Like, I could put a box here and then you jump. Yes. So just pointing out this thing about the game, I actually don't really care about your opinion on the game. Fair enough. We need to do that more. We need to tell people, like, I really don't care about your opinion. That needs to be more acceptable. But when I tell it to people, they get really mad at me. It's like, yeah, bro, I can't change the fact that I don't care what you want me to do. Do you want to keep living in your dream world where everything is nice? Well, tough luck with it, bro. I don't care about your opinion. Here's a cool puzzle we don't have in the game yet. Mario presses a detonator where the fuse that runs all the way up the platforming. You have to go faster than the fuse is consumed because at the end of the fuse triggers an explosion that blows a trapdoor open and close again after a second. Oh. Yeah. What if you could get significant mustache? That's extremely for a mega game. I can, and I'm not doing it because that defeats the purpose. I like that idea, yes. So, if we had a switch here with the fuse, and the fuse maybe like went along here, here, up here, and then up here, and follow along here, and then there's something here that blows up. Fair enough, Extra. I kind of agree. Yes, this is playable in 4 to 3. You can just not turn widescreen mode on, and now it's 4 to 3, but my emulator viewport is stretched, so it doesn't look like it. What would be the yellow paint for jumping down the chimney? Well, we would put something else here other than the chimney to get here. I'm thinking of what it would be. Kind of question, does it have to be a fuse? Can it be any other time-based mechanic? God, I hope they make another good Paper Mario soon. Yeah, the fuse is good because it's bomb adjacent. I'm just... a trapdoor that opens for a second. I don't know how clear that would be. And how sense it makes. I didn't play the TTYD remake, I already played TTYD. TTYD is 60 FPS, why would I want to play a 30 FPS remake that basically looks the same to me? Tell me. Origami King is great, but... no. I need to put this in a different way. It is very skillfully made, but... it's still not fun, because they decided to go for zero extrinsic motivation. And there's a bunch of stupid fucking fights that are not endurable unless there's extrinsic motivation. It's like playing Mario 64 blindfolded. Like, if you play Mario 64 blindfolded and you get a star, it's like, wow, awesome, you got a star, that's fucking cool. But like, take the fucking blindfold off and maybe you can actually beat the game. That's how I feel about Origami King. It's like a manhole that is blown open 90 degrees and then falls back down. Oh. Yes. I like that. I finished Origami King, but it's not a very good... it's not a very fun game. It's a good game, it's just not very fun. Just the fighting that sucks balls. Okay, so what if we connect this to the chimney, and the chimney just looks out of here, and then there is like a metal plate here, and the smoke is coming all out of all the sides, and the fuse goes all the way in, and when the fuse touches it, it goes boom, and it flies into the sky, and you get like a 2 or 3 second window where you can just walk in. Now, the one worry I have with that is what if you stand on the platform? Maybe that's actually not a good idea. What do you mean by extrinsic motivation as in a challenge? No. Extrinsic motivation... okay, think about Pokemon. The gameplay of fighting wild Pokemon is objectively lame as fuck. And the gameplay of fighting most trainers is objectively lame as fuck. You basically just smash the A button with zero thought. But this is tolerable because you get EXP from that, and your Pokemon get stronger. So it feels like there's a purpose to what you're doing. It feels like, you know, this is getting you somewhere. This is... The value of what you get in those games is directly proportional to the amount of time you put in. So, like, it's not a full waste of time because it creates this sense of value. But in Origami King, it just wastes your time to fight. It doesn't create any sense of value, it just wastes your time. Make the manual cover slippery or spiky. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, but you could still stand on it for just a second. This is why you never had fun with Battle Towers or post-game things in Pokemon? Yeah. I think a lot of early gamers forget this in the hunt for a perfect gameplay loop. Sometimes the boring parts only work once you've added the rest of the game. Yeah. People don't... Well, it's not about people instinctively knowing to avoid it. It's about people purposefully getting on here and then getting blasted into the sky. I want to avoid that, please. Okay, let's do that. I think the cover. So... Coming out from all sides of the cover. Okay. There is a fuse here that starts going from the switch. You press the switch, race against the fuse. There is a cuboid cover on the top. It goes up from the fuse, that's 180 degrees, then back. If Mario ever stands on this cover, he is flying back like from a people. And resets after seconds. This is what I'll do. Multiple reason to stand on the cover seems like an easier route than trying to prevent it. Nah, we just brought the player back, it's fine. But see that I find a tiny bit of interest in Battle Towers, that is the fact you can buy certain rare items only there. I think there was a Pokemon. Yeah, that is a huge grind. Alright, let's do it. Thoughts on the flip idea? That's what I wrote down, yes. We do the flip. And then it throws you back like a Hefo. Ah! So you have to stand on top of the platform before the thing explodes? Nope. You don't stand on top. If you stand on top, you just get blown back. It is literally just better to not stand on top. There's nothing more to it than that. Can't believe it took me this long to make a generic floor switch. I'm actually done, but I was searching for this channel since I heard you say it in the other video. That's a long ass time to be searching for this. Favorite game for you other than Mario 64? I don't think a perfect game exists. There are a lot of games that I like though, that no longer are around. Some of my favorite types of games just have a habit of dying. Different platform up, and there was a lot of Miyamoto that said you roamed your last hack and then crashed the game. What do you think? True buyback. The shareholders will love this one. You know what? The Switch should be here. This is a nice place for the Switch to be. Also, I can't believe really no one gives a fuck about the analog 3D thing. Alright, that's it. It's revoked. You guys are not getting the analog 3D meme. I'm insulted. You get 67 stars, Mario does the 67 dance, and everyone at school stops making fun of you. Do we also do one for 69 stars? Do we wait until every number became funny so we can make a specific animation for each number? What's the meme? I don't know. Who knows? I'm not upset, you are. Nice, then we only need like 100 more funny numbers and then we can make the game finally. Just the frame rate issues and every day will remove the oak written in the 58 EM impact front. Sure. Well, now I bet you guys wish you had asked what it was. Too bad. Kinda shitty of you to punish the viewers for being poor. Now you're guilt tripping me. Like I'm guilt tripping you. Just like the analog, dang. Okay, I think we just want to move this over here. Like so, maybe? And then move these things over here. And then we can maybe move the whole tower. Like so. That's kinda nice. Have seen anyone paywall a meme? Okay. I mean... Okay, the thing is, it is extremely cringe. So I kind of don't want to show this. And it's more than a meme. There is way too much effort into this. Oh my god. You're trying to guilt trip it out of me? It's not a meme. Yeah. Setting expectation too high for this meme, you have to show it to us, or the video from poorly due to mass disappointment. I'm still thinking about maybe putting it in the video. I don't know what to do. Let me think about this. How do I best handle this from here? What if I tell you guys what it is, but then I don't show it? I think that's a fair compromise. We didn't get paid to sell us the analog 3D. I did not. Alright, I'll tell you guys what it is. It is an analog 3D disc, right? Why don't you have your next stream be a camera of you working and no view of your screen? Wait, what? Why would that be a thing? I don't get it. Exactly case? Wait, what do you mean exactly case? What did I do this time? What the fuck? W YouTube chat? Feel like I'm being picked on. Yes, I have an analog 3D. and I have thrown a bunch of tests at it to check if the stuff they're saying about it is true. And a lot of the stuff is not true. That's why we have to make the analog 3D district. In the goal analog 3D district reveal, you would have had double the goal right now. Probably. But I didn't want to say what it was. No, in the district I explicitly asked to not be refunded. I asked for something else. Let's just think outro music. No, it's like 2 minutes long. And some analog video consoles coming in the future. Would you read them all? Maybe? I mean, I guess that depends on how well the first video does. Yeah, I had to remodel the whole building, kinda, for this to work. Drama always sells, true. I don't give a fuck about the sports stuff. Who cares about these things? What? It's so weird to me that like some people are out there watching another man play sport and then they cheer for it. Isn't there like an alpha male podcast that tells you not to do that? I'm sure there is. I will let those speak for me. It has to be something like, being a fan of sports is the most estrogen-fueled activity on the planet because you basically cocking yourself. If that is what makes people stop talking about sports to me, then that is the opinion I will adopt. I guess I should get into watching sports. Hello, right much? Oh, so you watch 22 guys running after a ball? That's what you like to do in your free time? Why don't I just use this texture here? Isn't this just nicer? The answer is yes, it is. Okay, we fixed the building. So now you can actually get up here after the explosion. I don't see the problem with sports if you like video games. I can't even understand your angle to begin answering your question. Or your sentence. How are those related? John Cena is still wrestling? That's crazy. Even after the whole John China drama? That's crazy. I thought he gave up wrestling and now he has just being chilling. You know what I mean? Even after being pluribused, the man keeps fighting. John Cena got pluribused? Is that what it means to get pluribused? To get ostracized from society? I thought when people said that someone was getting pluribused, I thought they meant like they became part of the hive mind, as in they just took over the opinion that is currently prevailing on Twitter and then the social climate. I haven't watched the last few episodes, it seems. The last episode I watched was HDP. Oh! I think I'm one episode behind then, right? I'm not jumping on the newest episode as soon as I see it. But I thought I was up to date. HTP had John Cena in it? Right! He was in it. I forgot. I didn't even register it. Yes. John Cena was in the episode. I didn't register it because obviously in universe it is not John Cena. So to me it was like, oh yeah, that's not John Cena. That's just a hive mind. I was just too immersed to realize that I'm talking to John Cena right now. In universe, it is John Cena. It's John Cena's body, but he himself wasn't there. You know, it was just a hive mind. Didn't you say spawns are for... Okay, so now we're just pretending that my pretend opinion is my real one. What am I passionate about? That's a tough question. Pop culture-wise, I guess I'm passionate about the next part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's one thing I'll watch. Because no, that was my pretend opinion. You know what though? That probably happened at least once, Bioback. And you know it. You know this kept happening. People had racism as their pretend opinion and get cancelled for it. That was my rage bait Sona. You idiot, you're talking to my rage bait Zona. People genuinely do have rage bait Zonas though. Like on Twitter, there's a lot of people that just making money off rage bait. They have rage bait Zonas. They have... I don't know. No, not parody accounts. Full on rage bait Zonas. They're just pretending to be real and then they're just rage baiting people. It is happening a lot on Twitter. Every time I go on Twitter and I see a post, it's like, this post isn't real. Nothing on there is real. It's all just people roleplaying. Are you letting Reina type? You know what? I think the baby has been starting to dupe me. I used to think she really likes the lawnmower, but recently I've noticed she asked to go see the lawnmower, but then she doesn't even play with the lawnmower. I think she just wants me to carry her downstairs. So she can play downstairs where the lawnmower is. Is Carrie baiting you? She is. Could have done a texture for this one. I'm gonna do a texture for this one. But I want it to be like slightly above ground on some places. Or, I mean, I guess I can flatten the middle out if I wanted to. I just felt it'd be easier this way. Because otherwise we might have so much Z fighting here. Like right here, to get the Z fighting not to be there would be awful. Well, if you have something rope-like, I was thinking like black powder. But like this, I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, cream tea man, that depends on a bunch of factors, like how comfortable I am in my life and stuff. The project doesn't really get any bigger anymore. It hasn't gotten bigger in a while. I think I should upload the analog 3D song just alongside the review, like on the Case Clips channel. I think that makes the most sense, and then you guys just have to be hyped for it. But I don't think it should be in the main channel video, because it might be perceived as more hostile than I want it to be. Oh, that's like clearly floating. Alright, if it wasn't clearly floating, I think it'd be fine. The first goes with the baby? No, it's the second. But she hasn't really developed a consciousness yet, so... We'll use technology and tricks that make Mario and his edges look rounder with all-screen filter, like scan lines and the likes and see what? You asking me if I'm gonna add the CRT filter to the game? No. Play it on a CRT, bozo. CRT filters feel so fake. It's like, I don't have a CRT, but I'm the biggest CRT fanboy. I want to be part of the CRT club. This triggered Chlorophyte. I don't even know who that is. Oh, to scam the beta kids. Okay, I see. I can see the angle. This is like taking candies from children, which is fine by me. Alright, now we've got this set up, and then we just need to make it so that when you press on it, there's like sparkles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna program a sparkle that follows along the spline. You press this and the sparkle goes. And then the switch comes back up once the sparkle ends here. Then when it hits this, it flinks up. Like taking 10 from viewers, which is not as easy as it seems. True. I'm gonna have nightmares about that today. Like a boss. This is kind of cool. If it's back texture for the black powder burning up, or how will that look? I have sparkles, yes. I might just make an actor that's like just sparks going in a spiky direction. But I think this is it for now. We're now on part 8 out of 15, which means we are beyond the halfway point. We were already beyond the halfway point because we already did the most difficult part. So this one, I imagine it's maybe 1 or 2 more streams. This one might actually be a little more. This one might actually a couple streams. This one's going to be, oops. This one's going to be pretty easy. This one's going to be basically no work at all. This one's going to be a little bit of work. This one's going to be a little bit of work. And this one's going to be super easy. Yeah. I think we're probably around 70% of the way through the overworld now. About 8 out of 15? I don't know where you're seeing that. Out of 15. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next stream. Until then, bye bye. Yes, the ghostly twist star. Bye bye.